Hey everyone, and welcome to Brick Talk TV, and welcome to our third stream building the Rivendell set. So if you joined me last week, you would have seen us build the base of the next section, which is the far end of Rivendell, which was this. This got us up to bag 19 last week, which we'll crack open start of this week. And the week before that, in our other stream, well actually also last week, we finished off this part of Rivendell as well. So we did the tower last week, and the week before that we built the foundation part as well. So we're going to continue today, so we're going to finish off building the armory out, which we've got on this section here. We've got the blacksmiths as well, which we're going to do an anvil in a second, and then we'll do the gazebo that sits on top here today as well, and then we'll see how far we get. So as a reminder, there's 50 odd bags in this set, and we're up to bag 19 today, so we're coming up to about halfway through. So we've got quite a few streams left to do in order to finish off this set. And also there's a poll over on the community tab if you want to take part and vote in what we build next. At the moment, Pac-Man is still leading the race, as some sets that will be streaming next. Also, of course, we've got the next releases in July, so we've got the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus house coming out next month as well, which is something I'll grab and I'll add that to a future poll for us to build live. And also Eldorado Fortress, which is the next edition of the Pirates, which is recreated from the sort of 1990s set. We'll also be purchasing that in July, and we'll be doing a stream of that as well, so keep an eye out for the option to vote on those in forthcoming polls. So with that then, let's flip over to the zoom mode and we'll start building from bag 19. We get another minifigure here, an elf, and there's a little note here as well around the wig, which is actually composed of two new elements that are moulded together to different materials to give us different coloured ears and the hair, and we'll see that when we crack open bag 19. Morning Brandon, welcome to the stream. Weather here is not too bad today. It's been a bit warm, so we've got a few storms I think and a bit of rain today, but it hasn't started yet, but looking good so far. So this is the set as you saw it from last week. So we've got that nice bridge going over the river here, we've got a bit of a waterfall at the back, started to build our armory round here, and we've got a bit of a blacksmith forming here with some roots coming down. That took a bit of last week as well as the tower. So we've got a bit of foliage in this next section. Of course there's a few trees in this part of the set which we need to build, and then the gazebo, which is going to sit on top just above here. Had a few scenes in the movie. So first up we're going to build an elf. I'm not sure, I don't think this is Arwen because they're not in white, I think it's just a random elf. You can see the mould here, which I mentioned, which is made of two materials. So you've got the ears poking through and then the blonde hair. So this is a new mould, and inside you can see the pink plastic that's going around, that's inside to create the ears poking through. We've got two facial expressions here, an upset one and a looking okay one. And they're wearing a dress or a robe, so they've got the dress part here as well. So just gonna, I don't think this is Arwen. Let me know if it's just an elf. There's our next minifigure. As a reminder as well, this is the 6th minifigure that we've got from this set. So far we've got Frodo, if you've missed any of the other sessions, Samwise Gamgee's there, the frying pan, Bilbo Baggins, we've got Gimli, which we got last week, and also Gimli's father, the elf lord of, I can't remember, not elf, sorry, the dwarf king, I think. I can't think of his name, but we also got him as well last week. Welcome Axel, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I should have some room to display this set, but I think I'm going to have to dismantle the Disney train set, the Jurassic Park T-Rex, and possibly a rocket to make some room. I'm going to stick it on the other side of the room, but it should just about fit. So first up we're going to build an anvil and add some more rocks to the set. So for this we're going to need a 1x1 with two studs on the side. We have a 2x2 dish. We also have a 2x2 round plate somewhere with a stud in the middle. Can't see yet, come back to that. 1x1 with a clip. We have a single cheese wedge in black. We have a cone in black. We also need an olive green cheese wedge, a 1x2 sloped piece, one of these rock pieces as well, and what else am I missing? It is the 2x2 round, there we go, with a stud in the middle. So to build the anvil then, we get the 2x2 round with a stud in the middle, and we're going to stick the dish on top. Then we're going to stick the 1x1 with the 2 studs on top of that. Then we've got our 1x1 with a clip which goes on one of the studs, and then we stick the cheese wedge into that. I'm going to take this off here a sec just to level it off, and then we stick the cone on the other end. So there's our anvil that's going to go in front of our forge. That's going to sit down this side here by a root. Hopefully. That's just sat down over on that side in front of the hearth, forge. And then we've also got these elements here which we're going to add just next to the forge. So we stick the 1x1 cheese wedge down there, large piece there, and that piece there. So then just added these elements in next to the forge there with the anvil going down there. Now Brandon, I can't remember how many minifigures now. I think there's quite a few, something like 20 I think. 15? Did say at the start of the book, but there's quite a few to go yet. We have the full fellowship here. Next up we're going to add some more sort of detail around here. So we've got a lamp piece, we've got a transparent 1x1 round in yellow for the lights. We have a shovel somewhere. Where's the shovel? We have a black shovel, a black axe or hammer really. Probably not called, maybe it's called a hammer, I'm not sure. Then we have a clip, and we have a 1x1 round with a pin in it as well. And we have a barrel. So we've got a grey barrel here that's going to have the shovel and our hammer in. The blacksmith, that's going to sit just over here by this, just off this flower. Just in there, and then our lamp. Ooh, where's the light gone? Running underneath. It's going to stick the transparent yellow inside the lamp. Clip goes on the handle piece, and then we'll stick a 1x1 round with a pin into that to create a handle. That's going to stick just above some rocks we added in. So over this side, we've added the lamp over here, which is not quite straight and not quite in the centre. And then we've got the barrel with the tools in as well. We're going to add some mushrooms. So this sort of area over here, we're going to start adding some mushrooms to the scene. So the mushrooms, we've got these white glow in the dark cone pieces. We need 3 of these. We then have 2 of these sand green bowl or dome type pieces for the larger mushrooms, and for the smaller mushroom just a 1x1 round in sand green. Got a couple of just, not that one, a couple of round 1x1 tiles which are in dark orange, which are camouflaged quite well. There's one. Another one there, there's another one underneath a fern piece, and then we have another couple 2x2 rounds with the studs in the middle. So we're going to put the 2x2 rounds with the stud in the middle, one there, then one's going to go here. Then we're going to build our mushrooms, and we stick one in there, larger one there. We'll put our 1 by 1 rounds either side of the mushroom. Then we have another large mushroom here. Then our small mushroom is going to go just behind here, just like that, around this kind of area here. Now we're going to build a tree, which is probably going to stick into this base here, so I'm just going to slide that to the side. For our tree, we get this 1 by 10, is it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? Yeah, 1 by 10. At the ends we're going to add a couple of 1 by 1s with the cross hole in it in sand green. They just fit onto the last 2 studs, or the first 2 studs, just on there. Then we're going to get 3 1 by 2s with studs on both sides, 3 of these, and a couple more of our Technic bricks, 1 by 1s. Firstly we stick the 3 of these together, and we add our other 1 by 1s, so it looks like this each end. Then on top of that we're going to add a 1 by 6 plate across here, then a 1 by 4 modified with just 2 studs goes on next. Then we have a small inverted curved piece which goes on this end like so. We'll stick a 4 length axle piece into these 2 Technic bricks here, and then we'll add a 1 by 3 plate in reddish brown just into the base there. Then across this side we're going to add a wedge piece like this and a 1 by 8 tile. So the wedge goes here, then we'll add the tile on so it overlaps at the top. Then up here we're going to add one of these curved bricks. I'll just go into this last stud, inserting into there. Then we'll flip this round and we'll do a similar repeat here. So put our wedge piece in, 1 by 8 tile goes in that side. Then on this side we're going to add a 1 by 1 plate with a clip on. So I can pick it up. So one of these is going to go on. It's going to go on the edge of the wedge facing upwards, just on there. Then to show some growth of mushrooms, we get these semicircle tiles in a medium nugget, and we're going to add them, wedge them between these studs. One goes here and one goes down here. This gives it an effect on the tree trunk of these mushrooms growing out the side, which is cool. Nice detail there. And then we get another curved piece as well. In fact, I think I need to move it up a notch. Then our curved piece just connects our clip to the trunk. Then into that clip we're going to add a tusk. One of these tusks here. Act as a root sticking out there, and if we flip round to this side, in fact, just check. Just got to take that 1 by 3 out. It was actually an inverted 1 by 3, one of these that we needed to stick in here instead. So then we've got a little hole there, and then we're going to add in a little tooth piece into that hole, just like that. Almost acts like a thorn. Then this is now going to be added to the model, and there's a note here that says we have 3 different builds of fungi in the model, one of them made from just a single piece, a shortcut to mushrooms. That's talking about those tiles. So this tree is actually going to stick into here and go in like that. So there's our tree trunk forming down there by the ridge. Hey Ricky, welcome to the stream, hope you're good. Then around it we're going to add some of our ferns, so these unique pieces that have just come out. So we've got 4 of these, and we've also got a couple of green shoots as well that need to go in. So we stick, like we've done on others, 2 ferns together, but this time we're going to add a shoot to connect them. We'll do 2 of these. And these are going to actually stick into these 2x2 round pieces that we stuck in earlier around the tree. So we've got them just forming at the base of the tree. Then we'll slide that to the side. We're going to build the top part of the actual tree now. So we get a 5-length rod piece here, add a connector to the top. Then we're going to slide on one of these Technic pieces, and then one of these. Looks like this. Then into this connector we're going to add a 3-length rod in light bluish grey. We'll add a tusk piece into this clip piece here, and we'll also add another one of these pieces to our grey rod at the top to make something like this. Then into these pieces and to this piece we're going to add 4 of these other tusks with some branches. Make it look like that. Into the top here then we're going to add another connector, and then into the top of that we'll just add a little red axle piece goes in the top. So this is what we've got so far. Then we add another connector to the top and another red axle piece to the top of that again. Then we add another connector to that, and then in the top we're going to add a medium nugget 1x1 round with a bar on it. It's just going to go straight into the top of the tree like that. This then connects, bring this back in, into the top of the tree here. We've got these Technic pieces, and that'll slide in just like that. So there's our tree getting a bit of height going on it now. Then we're going to add the foliage for that, so we're going to get 4 these sand green large leaves, 4 of those, and to those we're going to add 12 olive leaves like this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 8 yellow leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it 8? Or is it gold? It's gold. Come back. Oh, gold ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First off, we'll stick the olive green ones just at each corner of our larger leaves, like that. Just need to do that. And then we're going to add our gold leaves on top, and there's 2 that go on there and there like that. So there's our leaves. Now we just need to attach them to the tree. So let's bring the tree back in. Ooh, so I can get it to a position you can see. So there's our tree, and these are going to go onto the end of the tusks. So we're going to slot the centre of the leaf just on there, and the one on there. On there like that. So there's the start of the tree. Hey Carol, welcome to the stream. Next up is another set of leaves, this time just two, so let's slide that out of the way a sec. We've got two more sand green large leaves. This time we need 2 olive shoots. We need 4 more gold leaves. There's 2, 3, there's the 4th one. There it is. Then we've got 6 olive leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So same again, we're going to stick the olive ones into each of the sort of 3 corners of the larger leaf. Yeah, this isn't the is this the tree that is connected to the dwarf's mining in the TV series? I'm not sure. Then we're going to add the gold leaves. This time there. And there. And then our shoot's going to go in the middle hole all the way through. So we end up with some leaves like this. These are going to go on this branch here, which actually on that one is on the other side. Sticking this around the other way. So then our top one goes into this piece at the top here. This, and then the other one goes into this trunk which sticks outside here with the shoot on again. So there's our tree formed on that side. Then we'll put that to the side. We're going to do another set of leaves here with a branch, this time an orange one, and then we're going to get 3 orange leaves going to each end here. Then we're going to get a couple of yellow leaves. They're going to go on there and there. Then we'll get a tusk. We're going to stick the tusk into the middle hole there, and into the tusk we're going to add a clip. So end up with something like this. And this is then going to clip not on the tree, but way over here above our forge. So we start, so where all those roots were coming down last week, we've got a bit of a tree growing out the top. So that's that bit done. Put that to the side. We're going to do another tree trunk again. So we get another 1x10, add another couple of our Technic 1x1 bricks in sand green. Then again some more 1x2s with studs on both sides. They go on. This time though, instead of sticking some more sand green ones on the end, we're going to stick 1x2 with a hinged piece. Gives us a gradual angle for this, and on top of that we're going to stick a couple of 1x2 plates in reddish brown. Then across the top we're going to stick a 1x4 modified with 2 studs. Then we're going to stick a 1x3 plate and another one. If I can find another one. It's a 1x2, sorry, 1x2 plate, and then a 1x2 with a loop goes on the ends, sticking out the side like this. Then across that we're going to stick a 1x4 modified again with 2 studs just on there. Then on the bottom we stick the inverted 1x3 again into the last 3 there, and then we do like we did before where we get our wedges and our tiles. Stick these down the side. One bit of the trunk. Then into this hole here we're going to add one of these tusks, which I think is sticking out sort of like this angle. We might need to move this in a moment. And we've got another couple more fungus tiles to stick in. So one goes on this side, another one goes on this side, and then again in this inverted piece we're going to add a tooth, sticks out, a little branch is growing out the bottom there. This one then goes into the model at the top here. So if you remember last week we put a little hinge piece in, this is where this one's going to go. So we're going to clip this into position above there. So if I just show you from the side, it's now just above, just up here in position. Again, I'll just put that to the side. We're just going to need to build a bit more of a trunk, so we get a 5-length rod here. We're going to add the connector to the top, slide on one of these loop pieces as well again, and then another one of these pieces here as well. Then into the top we're going to stick a 3-length rod into the connector, and then another one of those, one of these pieces as well. To that we're going to add some teeth and some tusks. So we've got the shorter tooth going in that one, tusk into this one, tooth into this one, tusk into that one. So we've done something like that. Then into the top we've got the larger tusk clipping in there to give us another branch. Then in the top here we'll stick another connector, and we've got the little axle again. There's another connector, another little axle, another connector, and then we've got that 1x1 with a bar that goes into the top of the connector there. So to add some height then to our tree that we've just added up here, we're going to add this in. I'm sure I'll get this the right way around this time. So that's in position there. You can see it's getting quite tall now up here. Now the leaves, so next lot of leaves, so we get a couple more larger orangey yellow leaves. We then have 6 orange leaves like this and 4 yellow leaves. Count 4 there. Start with the orange ones. They're going to go into each of the corners again. Like that. Same again on this one. And then these are going to go on this tusk here, and on this tusk over there, like that. Then we do another three leaves. This is the last of the leaves. So we need 9 orange leaves. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 3 green shoots. 6 yellow leaves. And that should be it. So, orange leaves on first, getting into each of the 3 corners. Yeah, Carol, the colours in this set are really cool, aren't they? These trees are reminding me of the A-frame cabin actually. Imagine some techniques were shared. So those are the orange ones. Next up, the yellow ones. The yellow leaves are going to go in sort of usual spaces, just like that. And then, like last time, the green shoots are going to go into the centre hole in each leaf all the way through. So there's our leaves ready to go. And this is the last bit for bag 19. So then these are going to go, one goes onto the top. Another one into this tusk, and then another one into the tusk we've got down here, like that. So you end up with just about see a tree that looks like this now. I'll just do a wide camera quick so you can see what it looks like. So you can see the trees all built up now. Getting quite good height now onto this section of the set. So let's end the bag 19. We'll crack open bag 20 now, and this is going to be the gazebo that sits on top here now. Again, there should be some interesting building techniques in this one. So starting off with lots of light grey to give us the work on the base really. It's going to sit on a circular like piece of stone really. Again, remember to like the stream if you enjoy the stream today. It's nice to see some light. So to kick us off then, we get a 3x3 plate like this, and then slap bang into the middle we're going to stick 2 1x1 rounds in black like this. Then we're going to get 4 1x2s with 2 studs on the side like these. 3, and the last one is there. Going to stick these all the way around the edge then, around our black plates, to make something like this. Then we get 1 by 1 tile somewhere. That's going to sit in the middle here on our plate to cover that up. And then we're going to get 4 1 by 3 bricks. We'll stick them together in pairs like this, and then we stick them on opposite sides of a piece like this. Put that to the side for a moment. Then we're going to build 2 of these together, so we get 2 1 by 6 plates, and then we get 2 1 by 1 plates. We're just going to add them to the ends like this. Then we get another 1 by 6 and add that to the 5 studs that are exposed to give us a 1 stud overhang. And of course then we stick a 1 by 1 into the bottom of that. This then helps us get a 1 by 7 plate. Then we need a couple of 1 by 3 bricks again. We also want a couple of 1 by 2 bricks as well. 1 for each. There's 1. There's the other one. There's the other one. And then a couple of 1 by 1s with the studs on the side there. So we need 2 of those for each. So we need 4 in total. So we'll stick the 1 by 3 in first, 1 stud from the end, and then the 1 by 2. Then at each end we'll stick our 1 by 1s with studs on the side, facing out. So we'll end up with something like this. So we need to do 2 of these. And there we go. Now with that done, we're going to get another couple of 1 by 2s, but this time the Technic bricks with the holes in the middle. So we need 4 of these, and we need a 1 by 3 brick as well, so 1 of those. I'm going to stick that 1 by 3 in the middle, and then we'll stick our 2 1 by 2s with holes at each end, like this. Then we'll get 4 1 by 2 plates. We're going to add these to the ends, top like this. Do that again. Then if we bring back in what we built earlier, these are now going to go on the other 2 studs facing the other side, like this. Then we'll just push this to the side a moment. Then we get a 1 by 2 plate. Going to stick a 1 by 1 plate on top. Then we'll stick a 2 by 2 on the 1 stud here. Create a shape like this. Then we get a 1 by 5. Stick that underneath. Overlap like this. Then on this side we'll stick another 2 by 2 plate. Basically we'll do what we did on the other side. Again, so we end up a shape like this. Then on this we're going to add some 1 by 3 bricks on each side. Then we'll add a 1 by 1 round green brick, lime brick in the middle. And then we get these 1 by 1s with bars on. Stick that next to our lime green bricks to end up something like this. Then we'll get a 2 by 3 plate. We're going to stick an Erling brick into that in the middle here, looking like that. And then we'll stick a 1 by 1 plate on top of that Erling brick. And then this is going to go in the middle there, so you see the Erling brick poking through just inside. Then we get a 1 by 2 plate, stick that across the middle of our 2 by 3, and we'll stick a 1 by 2 tile on top of that plate. Then we get 2 of these curved bricks, they then go either side like this. Then we get one of these pieces here. We're going to add 3 Technic connectors in black to each part. Into 2 of those we're going to add 2 more of these pieces. Just like that. Then we get 2 of these pieces here. They're going to connect to 2 of our arms sticking out. And then we get 2 more connector pieces that stick onto the other prong. So we end up building something like this. This then connects into this cross section, this 1x5 up here. Actually, one too many there. Goes in like this. Then we get this piece, and this then connects into these pieces on this side. Hopefully. Like this. And then there's a note here that says the base for the gazebo is one of the most challenging geometric puzzles we face while developing the models. You can see this is the base of the gazebo that we're going to stick on top. So that's that side. Now we're going to do the same structure here but for this side. So I'm just going to put that to the side. It's a similar construction but it'll be slightly different. One by 5 goes on. And we stick our 1x3 bricks on. Then we've got our lime green pieces again. And our 1x1s with the bars on. Then we do the same thing again with the 2x3. We'll stick a Erling brick upside down into that with a 1x1 plate on top. That sits in the middle. 1x2 plate, stick a tile on it, and then we've got our 2 curved bricks that go on top. Now we're going to build our structure again. 2 connectors onto it, not 3 that I did last time. These connecting down here, and we've got our white connectors go in there like that. This then, like before, connects into the middle piece like this. Actually the same design, so I'm not really sure why we needed to do slightly different. Then we slide these into these connectors, and at the same time try and stick it into our structure. Make sure that's fully connected. So there you go, you can see the base of the gazebo frame structured there. We've got those 2 pieces there, so you can see how it's looking on that side. Next up we get a downward facing bracket piece. We're going to stick a 1x2 sloped brick on one side, and then a 1x2 cheese wedge with the one stud next to it. Then into that lower piece we'll stick a 1x1 round black piece and a clip 1x1 plate with a clip on top of that. Then we'll stick a double cheese wedge on top of both of those to continue our slope. And then this clip goes into those bars. We saw, just to say, it continues that smooth curve round like that. That's one. Then we do another one. We get a 1x2 there. This time we stick a olive green 1x2 plate. Then we stick our black 1x1 round onto the bottom there. Clip again. Then we got two squished bricks in olive colour. One goes on there, one on here, and then we have a dark tan large sloped brick there that goes on top of that. This one sticks on this side, hopefully. And onto that, which I missed, thought that looks a bit odd, we'll stick a single cheese wedge on top. So that's what that's looking like now. Next up we get a 1x2 plate. Going to stick a 1x1 with a stud on the side to one stud, and an Erling brick in dark olive green, I think, or dark tan, can't tell. And we'll stick a dark tan, stick a tile onto that Erling brick like this. This then sticks on this one stud on this side. Sticks on like this. Then on this side we stick a 1x2 and we stick a curved 1x2, the green colour just on there. Then we get a 2x3 brick. We're going to stick a 1x2 plate in the middle, then a 1x1 this side and on this side. Then we'll stick a 1x3 plate across it. This then is going to sit in the middle here, so we'll just slot this in. In just like that. Yeah, Brandon, the buildable minifigure does look good. I've got that. I'm tempted to build it. Hang on, let me just check. Up somehow. I think. Hang on. I did. Built this slightly incorrectly. Da, da, da. Built this on the wrong way. That's no good. Bear with me, people. I'll make a slight adjustment here. Put this structure on the wrong side. Try that again, so it's got to go on this side. Just needed it to be on this side with the plates. No, I did manage to do that. Multitask. Right, so I needed that square in the middle for the frame. clipped in that side. It's clipped in that side. And we flip this over. I'm just got to take this bit out a sec. Make sure I do this properly. Right, so they go on there and on that side. Then when we flip this over, we actually want it on this side. So that fits there, that fits there. This fits on here. Get there in a minute, and then this one fits in the middle. Hey, right, so that's what we need. So we needed these 3 studs and all this on this side, and then our frame underneath here. Whew. Right, now we're back up to speed. Let's then get a curved brick, a 1x1 plate, and a 1x2 sloped brick. We're going to stick the 1x1 into our curved brick here. That's going to go here, and our 1x2 sloped underneath like that. Just a bit of a staircase going on. Then we get another 2 curved pieces and a 1x1 plate, and these go here and on the other side. Again, just a bit of a staircase up to our gazebo like that. Then we're going to spin this round, and now we're going to do the other side. So for that we'll get another downward facing bracket. We'll get our sloped 1x2. Then our one with the cheese wedge on, and we'll stick a couple of 1x1, a 1x1 round plate and a clip. Cover that with a double cheese wedge like this. This is going to stick on this side, clips into there. Then we get another bracket. Going to stick our sloped brick here, 1x2 plate next to it. Ooh. And then a cheese wedge on top of our sloped brick, 1x1 round. Clip goes on. Then we got a squished brick. Another squish brick and a big slope. Clips on this other side like this. Then we get our 1x2, sorry 2x3 even. Stick a 1x2 in the middle, 2 more sloped bricks either side, and our tile in here. And then we're going to slot that in this gap. Oh, what did I miss? Oops. The 1x2s underneath here as well. And that slots in. Yeah, and there's our base. You can see it all curved around here, and then underneath we've got this frame connection, which is quite clever. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get these 1x4 rods, 6 of these, and we're going to stick them into these holes we've got. This is going to be the foundation of our gazebo. So they all go in there. Underneath you can see they connect into the white pieces there, and also our Erling brick that we stuck in give us the 6 circular rods. This is where it's quite genius that they managed to do that. Then we get 6 squished white bricks, 1x1s. They're going to go on top and feed down. Hey William, welcome to the stream. Very good. So we angle these, try and create a circle effect, and then on top of that we're going to add 6 of these white stopper pieces on top. This is the end of bag 20 then. Now we're going to move on to building the gazebo structure that's going to sit on top now. So that's that done. Let's crack open bag 21. Just going to start building the gazebo frame now. Got lots of white connector pieces. There's a little note here as well that says the rings to create the detailed gazebo roof were originally designed as minifigure life preserves in 1999. So these pieces here are the kind of feature. So to start with, we get a 1x4. We've got to build 6 of these together, so I'll do them all together. So we get a 1x4 with a bar on. So we've got 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Onto that we're going to stick these life preserves or toilet seats, depending on what we've used them before. 3, 4, 5, what's the 6th one? There it is. A has been, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure about the over-engineering piece. I get the impression that, particularly with the 18 plus sets, there's a couple of things. One, the designers are getting better, and I think the people that build them maybe want a bit more complicated builds, but I might be wrong. So then we're going to stick these life preserves on this bar in this fashion for our first step. This on. Then into that we're going to stick 2 1x1s with clips on, so we've got 12 of these. 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2 more. One more, right. And these are going to go into the middle, in the opposite direction to the life preserve, hopefully fairly straight. End up like this. And our last one just goes in the middle there. So that's all of those. Next up we're going to get these Technic bricks, 1x1s to the cross sections. We get 2 again each for each of our 6, 8, 10, 12, and these are going to go either side of our 1x1 clips with the Technic holes facing outwards. So we end up with something like this. Now they're done. Next up we're going to get a 1x2 clip with 2 clips on. Again 6, so 1 for each, so we've got 6 of these. 2, 5, 6. These are going to go upward facing with our life preserve, hopefully. Squeeze it in. A bit tight actually. Facing upwards there. A little tough to squeeze in actually, these ones. Then with those in place we have the inverted curve pieces, so we've got 2 again for each. 6, 8, 10, 12. These are then going to go onto our clips we just added and our 1x1s to create a curved look like this. So stick these in. They're all done. Next up then we need 6 of these pieces. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we need to line up this cross so it looks like this. You just about to see that. So it looks like a cross in the middle. And then we're going to stick on this one of these white connector pieces. So I'll just do that first. Use it on this one then, like that. A bit messed up, that one. The last one, like that, and then this is going to connect upwards into the Technic pin like that. So we're going to do that for each of these now. Hopefully this is right. Then it's saying we connect these together outwards like this. It goes on the outside. So these all go together like this. end up with a frame like this. See all the life preserves hanging down. Then we're going to get 6 of these 3 length rods, and we're going to add a cone to the top of each end. And the cones are going to go into these sections here with the cone facing upwards. So I'm just going to push that all the way through. Goes on like that. So we have the cones all across the top, and then the rods sticking all the way through like so. Then we'll flip this over, so we've got the extensions of all the rods coming through, and then we're going to add these 6 Technic pieces. They're going to go facing inwards. I hope. Doesn't go inwards though, does it? It goes off, which means my connection is not quite right. So these are all supposed to face inwards. So somewhere even though I thought I lined them up, I clearly didn't line them up. Ah! Don't you hate it when this happens? Gotta deconstruct. Why did that not go right then? So let's just pull these out a sec. My little connections weren't lined up the way that they should be. Maybe I put it in upside down. Let's have a look. So what we should see are these little crosses here should be flush with the look going inside, but they're not. So I'll just go back a step, take all these pieces apart, go back to that warning and see I've actually done something incorrect. So the warning says, oh, I misread the warning. That was very clever. This needs to go at the top. So where we have a cross, this goes to the top of the cross. For some reason I thought it went this side of the cross. That's why I went wrong. Always read the instructions. These again. At least it's easily fixed. Right, so now top of the crosses all have the white pieces on, which is what we should have done in the first place. Then we'll stick these back into each of our blocks. Then we connect them together. now that's done again. Then we're going to stick our cones in again. Hopefully this is the right way around now. Brad, I'm not sure what I'm going to name the large scale minifigure. It is built after the one outside the front of the villain campus. So I think that's actually got a name, so I'll probably name it after whatever that name is. I need to check it out. Right, so hopefully this is right now. So we've got that in place. Then if I come back in now and we stick our angle pieces in, it should be straight. Yep, we've done it right this time, which is cool. So all of these angle pieces now are straight facing inwards. So we end up with that all sloping inwards, which is cool. And that's the end of bag 21. So we've just built the base and we've got this top bit. So now we'll open bag 22 and we'll finish off this, which is the top dome section. And we have another minifigure in here as well. So this is Arwen. And she has a book. So first off we have to make Arwen. She's got a dress piece, of course. She's got a sort of disgruntled looking face and a happy smiley face where she's showing some teeth. She's also got a printed torso with the pendant printed on there as well. She has elf hair, dark hair with the ears that we've seen before, and then we need to make a book. I like I was supposed to do a sticker earlier, like I put a sticker on, but maybe I'm wrong. We shall find out. So we'll make the book. It's a black covered book. There is a printed tile. It's going to go in. This is the book about the tree and the roots, which I think is the I can never say it. Merithil, is it? The metal. Can't say it. You can see here. That's our printed torso there at the front, and at the back put a smiley face on one up and a hair piece, and then she can be holding the book just like that. So there is Arwen. Now we'll go back to the dome. For this we need 6 life preserves. 2, 3, 4, 5, and where's the last one? 6, isn't it? Yeah, 6. There it is. And then we also need 6 skeleton arms as well. 3, 4, 6, and the skeleton arms are going to clip into the opposite side of where the hole is, like that. So you get 6 of those. Do slide about a bit. And then what we're going to do is bring back in our dome, and they're going to clip the other end of the robot onto the life preserve. It's already there. And this becomes a lot more stable once you get it all done. See how that dome is coming together. Then what we need are 6 tusks in white. 3, 4, 5, 6. These are going to go into these pieces. We all need a little lining up. There's a tusk there, and those dome pieces. Then we're going to get some vine pieces, so we need 12 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. And these are going to clip into these clips we've got here. First off, we just clip them in like this. And then with them all done, we're going to move these in, but I just want to move the little life preserves. On some of these. Then we roll these up. That's how our dome is looking at the moment, which is quite cool. Then with that done, we're going to get 24 candle pieces, which are going to attach to the bottom here to make the pillars, columns. Originally developed as candles, 91 of these elements in white are used in the model. Only 4 of them are used as candles though. So in this case we're going to get 24, and they're going to go into rows of 4. So we need 6 rows of 4. 1, and 1 more. And then we're going to stick these into the cones. Trying to do it without breaking everything. Be careful with this, not to break anything. So there's our columns for our gazebo there, like that, so it stands up. That's pretty cool. Then we get 12 handle pieces like this. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We're going to stick these little tooth pieces in. Line these up properly. Now we've done those, these are going to go into these clips underneath here to give us a bit of a arch. I'll try and do this fairly carefully. And then they'll be pushed like this to form a nice arch decoration. Underneath each column entrance. One. There we go. So now we've got the gazebo top part finished. We can now add it into these columns, can line up to each of the rods, hopefully. So there we go, so we've added that the gazebo now to the base. Now we've got to put a little bed together. So we start with a 2x4, add these 1x2s with bars on. Then we're going to add downward facing brackets to each end. We'll add a clear 1x1 round into the middle, and then again 1x2s with bars into each end to give us the legs for the bed. Then on top we're going to stick these pale blue tiles and a jumper tile. Add this green jumper tile and a circle piece like this, and then to each end we'll add a curved piece to give us this little bed. This can then be added underneath the gazebo, so we end up with the bed just in there. And if we bring back in, and this is the final part for this set, so we've got this big gap here. Hopefully sort of slots in like this. Yeah, get the right one. That bit there, and that bit there. Yep. A bit of collision with the tree. go. So that sits on there. Then we can put some minifigures onto here. So we just. No, that's not right, is it? The bed's got to go there. We move the bed. The bed's in the wrong place. There we've added the minifigures into here. That's what I want to do. Arwen does a tumble. She's not on any studs. Let's see if I can bring her in there. Go to the white camera. This is the completed section of here. You can see the gazebo. I've put the minifigures in position as the instructions have as well. So you can see the gazebo's in place with the bed. We've got the forge there ready to make some weapons and the armory at the back. And then we've got the bridge and the river that we built last week as well, also over this side. So that's the end of this instruction manual, this section. The next one will be the centre section. So these are the two ends that we've done. So let's go into the zoom mode. And we'll crack open the next book, which is the thickest book, so it's the biggest section of the set. So you can see we built this end piece and we've also built this end piece. Now we need to build the main middle piece, which is where the fellowship meets. We'll have the table in there and we'll have lots more minifigures as well. So you can see that we built the council ring. So the council ring and surrounding hall blend naturally into the foothills of the Misty Mountains. They hold a wealth of Middle-earth's history, from Elrond's throne and study with artefacts and paintings to the shards of Narsil. And you can see in this section we'll get Boromir, Elrond, Merry and Pippin. So Boromir features a new sword design to represent the sword of Gondor and his trusty round battle shield. Elrond is a newly designed dual moulded wig element with distinct colours used for ears and hair. And then Merry and Pippin wear their travelling outfits and cloak. Like Frodo, they have dual moulded legs that show their bare feet. And then you can see our build experience. So bags 23 all the way through to 29, we're going to be building the base here. Then 30 to 35, we're going to start building some elevated structures around there. Bags 36 to 41 will be adding the roof to the structure. And then bags 42 to 49 will be adding the trees, foliage, and the actual council where they meet for the ring. So bag 23 then, we'll need two oversized 16 by 16 parts and we're building the main structure. So let's get the oversized parts. What are we at today? 3:30. So we've got two large 16 by 16 tan coloured plates. And then bag 23. Get a little tight on space on the desk. Hopefully we'll be alright, otherwise I might have to move some of these parts we built already off a little bit. So first up then, Frodo's trying to escape. We'll start with a 2x2 brick in tan colour and a 1x3 plate. Let's stick them together. Then we're going to get a 4x6 plate, add that in the top corner. Then we get a 1x6 plate, we're going to add that there and connect it with a 2x2 that's going to go on next to our other one. Then we get a 1x2 brick and a 1x8 brick, add that across our 1x6 across here like that. And then we've got an upward facing bracket to go in here and a 2x2 ground in white plate that just goes behind that. Then we have a 2x16 brick that's going to be added to the end here of our 1x8. And in this section we get two 2x3 plates in green, whack them together, stick them over this bracket that we stuck in earlier. Then we've got a 1x4 brick, another 2x2, two of these go next to each other. Then we have a 2x4 in blue or pale blue that goes down here, and then a couple of 1x2s that go either side then. Then we're going to add another 1x8 and 1x6 up here, so we stick the 1x6 under our 1x8. With the 3 stud overhang we add another 1x8, and we also add this large wedge piece over on our blue piece like this. Then we get another 2x16, again add that in here, add another 1x6, add another 1x6 under here, and another 1x8 on top, again same pattern building out. Then we have another 2x16 that goes in, then a 1x8, sorry 1x6 again. Then we'll stick a 1x4 on this, and then we stick a 1x10 plate coming in just over here. Then we have a 1x4 brick that goes along this side, and we're going to get a 1x8 10-nick brick with the holes in, and we're going to stick a pin in the first hole and the last hole. It's going to run down this side, so there's a slight overhang here, and then meanwhile on these other 2x16s, 4 studs from the end. Add these in. In this one we're going to stick a 2x4 tile in first, then that brick and another 2x4 tile, then we add 1x6 plate on our overhang there. We get a 2x3 in green again. We get a ball joint plate connector there, another 2x2 round plate, then we sandwich it with another 2x3, and we stick that on top of a 1x10. This goes over this side. I'll try and move our Rivendell we built out somewhere. Where can I stick this? Just need a bit more room on the desk. So slide that over. So now we've built up to this. Then we're going to get 4 1x8s in blue, 2x8 plate, and 1 lime 1x1 round. That's going to go in there. And our 1x8s are going to run right across the length of the model here, and our 2x8 lines up just across here. Then we're going to add 1x4 brick, another line 1x1 rounds, one of these blue bricks and a tan brick just on this corner. Next up we need 2 of these 2x3s, another ball joint and plate. We have a round 4x4 brick and 3 of these blue 2x4s and a 1x4. And we're going to add the 1x4 to this end, and our blue 2x4s to the ends, each of those. We'll then build the same ball joint connection we built earlier, a bit like a sandwich. It goes in this gap, and then our rounds 4x4 just goes on the ends, just round here. 2x8, 1x2, and a wedge again. Stick the 1x2 on the ends, 2x8 goes on next, and then our wedge runs across the top there. So that's the base of our frame. And now we're going to add our two 16x16 plates, and they're going to act as the floor to go over the frame we've built under here. Sure that's pushed down all the way around. There we go, so there's our base frame that we built here. That's the end of that bag. Now we're going to have two bags, 24 and 25, and we have another minifigure as well, another elf. First up, I think it's just a general elf, could be wrong. So we've just got some grey legs, printed tunic here. Saw his face a minute ago, there he is. He's got an angry face or a not so happy face. And of course the elf hair again. This is our first minifigure in this next part of the build. Next up, we're going to extend this some more, so we need a 1x1 line piece. We've got 3 2x14 plates. We have a 1x6 plate, a smaller wedge and a larger wedge. So we add the larger wedge over here. We're going to add 3 2x14s to the ends of each of these blue bricks. Then our 2x6, sorry, can't quite see it, 2x6 under here, that's where we'll add the wedge, and we'll add our 1x1 in lime green to the end of that. Next up, we get 2 1x14 bricks. We have a 1x4 brick, and we have a 2x6 plates. I'm going to run these 1x14 bricks. Oh, not quite across there. Undo that. First, put a 1x4 brick on here. Then we'll run this across. Then our 2x6 is going to go just under there where they meet. Then we've got a 2x3 brick, a couple of 2x4 light bluish grey plates, a 1x2 olive green brick, a 2x2 round white brick, and a couple of 1x4 bricks. Our 2x3 goes on the end here, 1x4 runs across the middle there. We then add a 2x4 plate or tile there, green brick at the end. We add our other tile on this side, and then our 2x2 round goes on the end over there. Then we get a 2x6 brick, have a larger wedge again, 2x6 brick is going to go on the end here, and we'll add the wedge again to the end of that, cutting across. So it looks like this. Then we'll park this to the side. I'm going to build a front part now. So we start with a wedge. We're going to add a brick piece like this, a piece of stone across there. Then we add a little flower and another rock piece. Then we add a 2x4. We'll add a 1x4 and another 2x4 there. Then we get a 4x6 plate. We're going to add that on this side. Then we'll add a sloped olive green brick in front, flower piece, a double cheese wedge somewhere, an olive green, and another flower on the other side. Then we have a 2x4, we'll run a 1x4 on. We have a 2x4 there and a 2x6 that run across. Then we're going to add a 2x4 at the end for our overlap, and a single 1x1 olive green brick in the corner. Then we get a blue brick, we have a small wedge, and we have a cutaway piece somewhere. I'm going to stick the cutaway piece onto our wedge and add our blue brick to that. That goes onto the end over this side. Then we have a 2x12 plate that's going to run further out this way, and then onto that we're going to stick a 2x2 round white brick. We have a 1x2 with studs on the side, 1x2 green brick goes in between, 1x2 slope next, and another one. Then we have a large cutaway piece there. We have a corner brick in yellow that sneaks into that gap, and another 1x2 brick olive green that goes in there. Two by 6 plain dark green. Stick a bright orange 1x2 plate in, and a 2x4 dark green plate, all joint plate, and then we'll top all of that off with another 2x6. That's going to connect on the ends over here. Then we get a 1x3 plate and a sloping 1x2. Add that slope to the end there, and then that's going to go underneath, still with a one stud overhang hanging up to there. Then we need a 1x8, two 2x8 plates. What else we need? 3 leaves, a 2x2 tile in dark tan, 3 1x4 plates, a smaller wedge plate, and I think that's about it. And we stick our 1x4 plate here, then our flower goes on, and we have a 2x8 goes across here. 1x4 just in front. Tile goes on the end here. And we stick our 1x8 across. Flowers can't go either ends. 1x4 goes in between. The 2x8 goes across. And our cutaway piece, actually that's the wrong wall, I managed to do that, that goes that way. It goes into the corner over there, so just added some plates on top. Bring back in this, I'll rotate it this way. This is going to connect right across this front section here, hopefully. So that's filled in that gap. Then we get this plate right across here, 2x14. Couple more black 2x14s go across here and here. Then we have a wedge that goes in here. We've got a little flower at the top here. And we have this 6x8 plate goes on next. This teal colour. Two by 4 tile goes on. Orange 1x2 next. And then our wedge plate goes in here. I think that's it for that section. Then we get a 6x6. I'm going to add a wedge across there and a 1x4 plate in green. It's going to go put it in this gap. Also, we have a leaf, we have a tusk, and we have a tail. Leaf's going to go at the front here. Our tusk is going to stick into this, and our tail piece there. So that was our 1x2 with the studs on the side that we stuck in earlier. Some roots coming out at the end there. Then we need a couple more plants. We have another lime green 1x1 round, a couple of 1x2 slopes, dark green 1x4 and 2x2 and a leaf. So over here what we're going to do is stick our two plants together in the corner. Then we have a sloped brick, we have a plant or leaf, 2x2 goes on, another slope there. 1x1 goes behind, and our 1x4 just goes across there. Just adding a bit of detail there. Good. Now we're going to stick a 1x1 plate to the bottom of this large arch here. And then we're going to connect that across, which you can't really see here, this way. To cover up these roots, we're going to add that across. This is only connected by one stud at this end. Then we need a 1x3, a couple of masonry bricks, and another flower. Stick the masonry bricks in a sort of stepped fashion with the flower. It's going to go on this side to connect the arch to the model, and then the 1x3 brick just goes across here to stick the arch to the model this side properly. Then we get a 1x8. We have 4 inverted sloped bricks. These are going to go, where are these going to go? Across here, I think, to make a little cave type view. And the 1x8 runs across behind it. I think that's about right. Then we're going to sort of tile the top of that, so we get 2 2x4s, we've got 3 2x2 modified with 2 studs, steep bit, a 1x2 tile, 1x2 plate and a wedge. So our steps bit goes this end, then we have our wedge, and 2x4, modified 1, 1x2, 2x4, and then 2 modified ones, and then our 1x2 plate just goes down here at the ends. Then we need another couple of 2x4s, 1x3, we have 2 yellow leaves, and then 2, 4, 6, 7 dark tan. So our leaves are going to go on these studs here, like pull them down. Then we stick a tile on here. Line that one up there. 1x3 tile goes on here, and then we're going to run get me bearings here, so it's going to go across there. 1x3 does go there. Then we're going to run these tiles across the front, like that. Then somewhere, where did I miss? Somewhere I missed a 2x6 plate. Where did I miss the 2x6 plate? So 2x6 plate there. In the instructions, comes across here. There we go, so that's the end of bag 25. Next one is, we're going to do some flooring now. So we'll kick off that. The new floor tiles included 64 times, enough to decorate the entire 16x16 plates. So we're going to start putting some details across these plates here. So let's open bag 26. We have time to do a couple more bags after this one. There we go. These are the printed floor tiles, which I just mentioned. So we're going to start right up in this corner, and to start off we need a 1x6 grey brick. We also need a 1x1 round plate. We need a jumper tile, and we need 5 of these decorated plates. 3, 5. We're going to start with a 1x6 in the top corner. We'll then run 3 of these 2x2 printed tiles on. Then we have a 1x1 round plates. Jumper goes in the middle there, and another 2 there. That's our floor inside. Then we need another 8 of the floor tiles. 2, 4, 6, 8. So then we're going to continue the floor out here. So we do 2 rows of 4. It's a plain one, don't want a plain one. We need a 1x4 brick, a couple of 1x4 plates, 2x2 modified with studs on the side somewhere. So we stick the 2x2 round and a modified one. They go in there. And a 1x4 brick, and our 2 plates this side and this side. Then we need a 2x4, another 1x4 brick, another 1x4 plate. We need a green leaf. We have pale orange jumper tile. We've got 4 medium nugget 1x2 tiles. We have a jumper tile, medium nugget, and then we're going to have 10 of our printed floor tiles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I'll have a 1x4 brick first, goes in here. Then we've got 4 more tiles. 2, 3, 4. Then we have our jumper tile at the ends. 1x2 next to that. 1x2 jumper next to that. And another 1x2 in the middle here. And on this side we stick a tile and a jumper. Then we're going to have a row of the printed tile, flooring all the way up. Another 1x2 tile this side. Our leaf is going to go there, I believe. Then we have our 2x4 brick and a 1x4 plate that goes on. Next up, more tiles. We've got a white 1x6, a 2x2 brick, a 1x3, dark bluish grey, jumper tile, 1x2 tile, and then we'll have 10 printed floor tiles again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This time we stick a 2x2 here. We're going to run 2 tiles there, 1 more there, jumper goes in, another 2 printed tiles here, 3 across, 1x2, 1x6. Then we'll fill up this with more flooring tiles. So that's coming together. We then do have different flooring tiles now for this next bit. So we've got some, first off, some plain 1x1 light bluish grey tiles. 4 of these cutaway tiles. We've got some green 1x1 plates. And some of these orange 1x1 plates. We have 3 shields with the flooring pattern on. We also have 2 shields with a diagonal flooring pattern on, and then 3 regular flooring, I think. And so over this side we start with 1x1 tile, and it's a cutaway tile. We put one of our shields in here, regular floor tile in there, another shield goes in there. Then we have our angled floor in here, another shield coming out. Green 1x1 plate in here. And we have a floor cutaway there, and on this side. Stick an orange plate this side, green on this side. Another flooring plate, 1x1 there, and other cutaway tile just in there. So you can see the sort of 4 points there going on. So that's that part done. Next bit of flooring, we get a couple of 2x2 bricks, and we have a 1x6 tile, a couple of 1x2 medium nugget tiles, and then 6 of our usual flooring tiles. I'm going to move out this way now from our pattern. So we stick 2x2s there, continue the flooring out. We're going to run flooring right across 4 of these. Do these in a certain pattern. Does it matter? Been putting these in willy-nilly, but then I'm realising that maybe I needed to do it as a pattern. Not sure. Then we're going to stick a 1x6 across here. Then 2 like that. I don't think it matters about where you stick these in. Then we need another 1x6, a 1x3 tile. We have a jumper tile, another couple of medium nugget 1x2 tiles, 2x2 brick, 10 flooring tiles, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now we're coming down this side. We'll stick a 2x2 this side, 1x2 tile goes in there. Then we have our flooring tile. We have a jumper tile. another row of floor there. Then we have a 1x3 tile, 1x2, then our 1x6 goes across here, and our last flooring tile just goes in there like that. Now we're going to finish off this side, so we need a masonry brick, got a couple of 1x4 tiles, we have a jumper tile, 1x2 tile, 1x1 plate, then we're going to have 12 printed floor tiles, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, so that's of our flooring tiles, and we'll finish off over this side. So we put a flooring tile in the middle there, another 1x2, and then we've got our masonry brick goes in, 1x1 just behind that, then a jumper tile, then we've got our flooring, and essentially our flooring is going to cover all of this section here. Then we put our 1x4 across here and another one across there like that. Next up we need another 1x4 brick and tile, and a 1x1 brick, and also 2 gold 1x1 round plates. We're going to run this across the edge, 1x4, 1x1, our gold 1x1, then a 1x4, another gold 1x1 in there. Then we need 2 1x4s, another 1x1, 2x6, green 1x2, slope brick, continuing down here, 1x1 on first, couple of 1x4s, and we've got our 2x6, we have a sloped and a 1x2, just squeezes in across this edge, and over this side another line 1x1 round, 2x4, 2x2 and 1x2, 1x4 even. So 2x2 in first, then our 1x1 round, 1x4 goes across, 2x4 here, and then another 1x4. Then we need a 2x6. We have a reddish brown 2x2 tile, and a 1x2, a couple of jumpers, and a log brick in tan colour. On the 2x6 we're going to add our tiles in reddish brown. It's going to go up to our blue brick here, and then our log brick goes next to it, running across here. Just about to see that, just across there. Then we're going to build a little desk, 2 of these desks, so we get 2 2x3s. Going to add 4 taps to each, 8 taps in total to give us the legs. There's our legs. Then on the table we're going to put a gold glass, goblet. Can't see the other one. Meanwhile, we'll do the candles. There's a 1x1 round. Goes in. We'll stick a candle into that. And then of course a flame. Pop into the top of that. Somewhere I've lost it. See it in there. It rolled off somewhere. Should be another golden goblet somewhere. Maybe it'll turn up in a second. So these are identical except we're missing a goblet here. One is going to go over this side of the room. The other one on this side. You can't see it here. Then we're going to build another 2 desks. Let's just put this to the side. It'll be writing desks this time. So 2 2x3s. These windows are going to act as the legs this time. Then we stick another golden 1x1 round, and this time a hinge piece next to it. And then we insert the other hinge piece like this, and of course our candle. Then we're going to do an inkwell next to that, so we stick a black 1x1 round and a trans clear 1x1 round. Stick that in. These desks, one is going to go here, the other one is going to go over this side. Then we're going to do some candles. One at least, is it 1 or 2? Just one, I think. Start with a jumper tile. We're going to stick a cone on top of that. Then we'll stick a 4-length rod into that. Then we'll get our other jumper, stick a 1x1 round into the bottom and also into the other side. Then we'll stick the handlebars in to make other candles. Again, add some flames on top of that. Then goes on top of our rod to make a candle like this. This is going to go behind our desk over here. Meanwhile, we get 2 tan tiles. We're going to stick some stickers on here, so 9 and 8. I just got squiggles on, probably couldn't read it anyway because it's in Elvish. It's a bit of a map on this one, looks like Mordor. Like Mordor on that one. So Mordor goes on this desk like this, and then the other one on that desk over there. Then we do more of an elaborate type of candle. So we have this candelabra piece here, which I've not seen before actually. And we'll stick a 1x1 round into the bottom of that. Then we have these pearl gold teeth that are going to go either side. Then we stick a 4-length rod into the middle hole, turn it upside down, stick that into another cone. Then we're going to stick 2 clips. Ooh. 2 of these clip pieces on, and we've got our 3 handlebars. To go in, and then we'll stick our 3 flames. Into the top. Yeah, somewhere we lost the golden goblet. But with that in place, this last one is going to go over this side to help light the room up. So we've ended bag 26 with the flooring all done here, and you can see the desks have been set up and some candles that we've got going on. We're just missing the golden goblet from this side here. I definitely can't see in the bag. So it seems to be missing. So we'll move on to bag 27. I might make this the last bag for today. I think we're going to build some, start doing some structure. See what we've got so far. So to start us off with then, on this one, we stick 2 1x2s together, plates. Then we're going to get one of these bracket pieces and stick that on top. Then onto that, we have a 1x1 brick. And we have an inverted sloped brick, if I can find it. Goes next to it. Connect those together with a 1x3 plate. Then we'll stick a 1x2 with a stud in the middle and a regular 1x1 next to that. And another 1x3 plate. 1x2 with a cheese wedge and a stud on, and a regular 1x1 plate to level it off. And another one of those bracket pieces like this. Then we'll add a 1x2 plate on top to level that off, a 1x2 sloped brick, and then the cheese wedge goes on top. So we've got like a structure like this. With that done, bring this back in here, and we're going to connect that across here, I think, but in this direction. Then again, slide this to the side. Next structure is a 1x4 large arch. Going to stick a bracket 1x2 on there, stick 1x1s on each side. Then we have a masonry brick and a 1x2 with a stud on. Then we're going to stick 2 1x3 plates together on top this side, and a cheese wedge is on there to level it off. Then we have a large 1x3 sloped piece and another cheese wedge on top of that. So with that done, bring this back in. This one is going to clip in slide the right bit in over here, just in that section over there. Again, slide that to the side. Next bit, we're going to get this 1x12 brick. Going to stick a 1x2 plate in the middle. Then we get 2 more bracket pieces. Going to add those either side in the centre. Then each end we're going to add a 1x2 with a single stud in the middle. Then between here we're going to stick 1x6 brick. And then a 1x4 plate's going to go in the middle of that. Then we'll stick a 1x2 tile in the middle. And then we've got these 2 of these curved pieces that we're then going to add, give us this curved look. This piece, bring this back in. Oh, as I break the candle back. This piece is going to go across this section here. So it's adding this curve on. Then we've got to add the curve this side, so we'll replicate what we put here but the other way around. So that's a arch piece, bracket piece in the middle, a couple of 1x1s each end to level it off. Then we have a 1x2 with a stud in the middle and a masonry brick. Then we stick a cheese wedge at the ends. Then we've got 2 1x3 plates go on next, and a 1x3 brick, and then another cheese wedge. Bring this back in again. As I said, this is then going to fit on this side. Finish this curve we've got going on. That back, then we do what we did at the start, so we get 2 1x2 brick plates, stick them together, bracket piece, and we've got a 1x1 brick and then an inverted 1x2 brick. Ooh, ow. 1x3 plate connects them together, 1x2 with a stud, another 1x1 brick, and we stick a 1x3 plate, then a 1x2 plate, another bracket piece goes on top of that, another 1x2 plate on top of that, then a sloped brick and a cheese wedge finally to finish that off. Then this piece, of course, is going to fit in our last gap, hopefully, just there. So you see that's done a full archway now across the base. Then we're going to fill in sort of some more detail here, but it's going to be more sort of plant-like. Start with some 2 1x4 plates, snap them together. Stick a black 1x1 rounds and also a paddle in dark green. We have a dark tan bracket piece that goes in the middle this time. 1x4 brick in dark green. And we have a reddish brown inverted sloped piece and a normal sloped piece. Stick them together. Then we have a 1x3 brick goes on top. 1x3 plate then. And a 1x2 plate, another bracket piece, another 1x2 plate, stick a 1x1 brick on as well to level it off, and then we'll stick a dark bluish grey 1x3 tile across the top there. So with that piece made, this is going to get added to this section here. I'm missing something there. Oh, I did miss something there. There was 2 lots. These inverted bricks first, before that. And that's done, that's it. That fits in our gap there. Then we need some plants. So we've got 4 of our fern pieces. We've got a green shoot, 2x2 rounds, a couple of glow in the dark mushroom pieces, and a couple of 3 sand green 1x1s. So first off we stick 2 of these ferns together. Then we're going to stick one in the middle of this 1x1 round, the shoot in the middle. Then we'll build a baby mushroom, and then we'll stick a top and tail of this mushroom. So these pieces built, we're going to stick mushrooms onto these jumper tiles down here. Then these ferns go in this section here. Close that out of the way. Next section then, another curved bit, so we get this 2x14 piece. We're going to add a 1x2 plate in light bluish grey to one end. Then we add our bracket piece again. Add a 1x4 dark green piece, 1x1 brick, and a 1x6 brick, so there's an overhang. We'll add tile there, then a squished brick. On the squished brick we're going to add a paddle, and we'll add a 1x8 olive green brick. Then we have a 1x1 plate, and then we have another paddle piece. Then we're going to stick 3 bracket pieces next to each other. And a 1x1, 1x2 tile, and sloped brick, and a double cheese wedge, 1x1 plate, and another double cheese wedge. Pop that down. We then have an arch. We'll stick a squished brick in the bottom here, paddle on top, sloped brick. Then we're going to add another 1x1 tile plate, to the top there, and then we get a 1x3 sloped brick. Just add that on. That's going to go into this gap here to make a proper curve. Then on these paddles sticking out, we're going to add some plants. We get 2 leaves sticking together, thread them through there. Then we're going to get some ferns, again pair them up. These on like that, and then this curve is going to run across this side. Just got to figure out where exactly. So look there, one's across. One's across the front over there. So we've created that complete loop, and this is the last bit now for today and this section. Then we'll open bags 28 and 29 next week, and we'll get Mary and Pippin in that. So we start with a bracket. We're going to add an orange 1x2 on, stick one of these curved pieces on, flip it round, stick 2 orange 1x1s into that, another 1x2 plate, then these inverted curved pieces go in, make a piece like this, and this is going to stick in that section in the middle there, which is, I think, probably a little nod to the eye of in Mordor, right? And they've snuck that in. Kind of looks like the eye, right? Little hidden Easter egg for Mordor, Saruman. So that's it for today. Let's go back to the main screen and just kind of recap where we got to. We're up to today bag 28 and 29. There's about 49-50 bags, and for today we have got this large base area for the main area. As I've just said, we've just built the Easter egg of the Eye of Saruman from Mordor, and you can see we've got some desks there with some maps built already. Nice flooring detail there as well, and some foliage coming out. We've got this big curved area under here as well, a few mushrooms, so that's looking cool. That's going to sit in the middle of our set. And then, of course, earlier, and I've just found the golden goblet that we lost earlier, which was on the floor, so we'll just stick that on the desk. Excellent. And then we built our gazebo, so we got this bit done as well today. So we've got the gazebo all built and the nice trees. I've put the minifigures on there as well, and we've got the river again, bridge that we built the other week. Just finishing touches for that. That's going to sit at the other ends of our build, and of course we have this tower bit as well. So you kind of see, I mean, I don't know how this is going to connect together yet, but you can kind of start to see the scale of what this set's going to look like. It'll be like this big-ish. I don't know which way around this goes yet, but we're getting there. So we're what are we, about 2/3 of the way through, maybe up to bag 30 nearly. So you can join me next week for part 4, where we're going to continue to build out this central section. Probably won't get it all done next week, but I'll probably be one more part after that. So maybe we'll try and get it done in 5 streams if we're lucky. Again, as a reminder, do hit that like button if you enjoyed this stream, just so that I know that you're enjoying it. And also do head over to the community tab if you haven't done so already, if you want to cast your vote on what we stream next after Rivendell's completed. At the moment, the Pac-Man machine is leading the way, but there are other sets available too if you want to see us stream those. Check that out as well. And whatever you're doing for the rest of your weekend, enjoy yourself. Hopefully you're having some fun, maybe with some Lego bricks. If not, you can join me again next Sunday at 2 PM for part 4 of Rivendell, and I hope to see you then. Have a great week. See you soon.